All right, y'all. Welcome to my first ever podcast with my boy Jaden, bro. I want to make a podcast for a minute, but I've never had anybody interesting enough to bring on the podcast. But this is my boy right here, Jaden. He's in the Marine Corps. Dab me up, man. And we're just going to talk about us going back when we met and what he's learned, how we've grown, and shit like that. We got this beautiful ass cigar. I bought this one a while ago. It was like $20, something like that. It's a nice, expensive one. It's a 9 for anyone caring, but we're gonna smoke on this. We just hit a fat back workout. And yeah, let's get this boy started. Pink lighter. Dude, I don't think this lighter's
It's not gonna do it.
hefty enough.
Not gonna do it.
We'll get it going.
I'm gonna play with this thing the whole time I'm here.
Just have it, honey. You're gonna fuck up the sound. That should be good. All right, Jaden.
Can you go back and change it? Like if I'm fucking talking too loud into it?
No, you should be good.
Okay.
We're doing no cuts though.
Yeah, all these people watching you light the cigar are cringing their asses off. There you go. Beautiful. Look at you.
I haven't had a cigar in a minute.
Might need a sip of this. Fancy water. Fancy boy.
Anyways, Jaden, how did we go back in time? Where did it all start?
The Men in Carnival.
Started at the Men in Carnival? Oh my God, it did. Oh my God, this dude drank a fish.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I moved.
Upload clip.
I don't think we have it.
I do.
Okay,
I have it.
that's crazy. I thought we met at school lunch. Okay, now I remember that. I moved to a different school district, HFL, 2020. I went to the Men in Carnival with one of my RH friends to meet people.
Which is a different high school.
And he's in the whole like popular kid group, right? Basically, we'll say that. You're with like 7 boys, right?
D-Gens.
And y'all had a fish, right? And for some reason,
there was beef before. You were in a cast.
Yeah.
Your arm was broken.
Not mine, it was Anthony's.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, basically there was beef. We all settled it. We became cool. We were hanging out with them.
I just saw Anthony's story. I think I saw him total a truck or something.
I can't remember. But anyways.
Didn't he total a truck?
I forgot what happened. He totaled a car once, but that was way after.
That was with me
how he broke
in
it.
the car. The Nissan?
Yeah. Anyways.
That shit was messed up.
He drank a fish, and that's when I first met him. Then I started going to school where he went to school. And he was the first and only kid to come up to me and make friends with me. And I think that's why we're still friends to this date. What were you thinking in that moment? Why did you come up to me?
I don't know. I hate it. I didn't like people at our school. I mean, I was cool with everyone, but I don't know, you seemed like you had a very different perspective and a very different reality from what most people had and dealt with. Like you can just kind of tell that off the rip when you meet somebody, that they've had very different experiences than most other people. And that's kind of why I think both of us are where we're at now.
And so you invited me to the bathroom. And we all went to the bathroom and chilled. And we just became buddies from there. And he invited me to a party he had.
If you're a fucking loser in high school, then you know what the bathroom is for.
Yeah.
You just vape.
We were D-gens in high school, bro.
Like vaping.
And that's what we're going to talk about on this podcast. How we came from D-gens to real men smoking cigars. And so all throughout high school, he's like, yeah, I'm going to the Marine Corps.
Yeah,
and
I enlisted, I signed paperwork saying, hey, I'm interested to this recruiter who actually just hit me up. Super cool dude. He's out of the Marine Corps now. But I was like, hey, I'm interested. So they can't talk to you unless you're a senior. And, they can talk to you, but you can't, really get involved super. But I signed paperwork after the second time he came over to my house. A lot of me going to the Marine Corps was, getting my mom off my back about what the fuck I'm doing with my life. And B, I was tired of being a fucking troglodyte in my father's eyes.
Yeah, out of everyone in our friend group, I never thought you would be the person to do that, to be real.
Yeah, everyone says jail or just being a fucking bum somewhere.
I never thought that, to be honest. I never saw that. But I remember we used to wrestle.
Yeah.
And somehow it's my skinny ass. And now he's a little scary. But it was just crazy. It's crazy to see how we both evolved over the years, and especially like when you used to write me notes when you were in fucking Paris Island.
Boot camp.
Mad inspirational, bro.
Like, yeah, he still got him on his mirror.
Like, I know you checked that out when you were in my room.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm happy you still have him up. It means a lot to me. All my friends that I sent letters should have them.
Gotta puff it. It's dying quick. Anyways, yeah, man, it's crazy how you can turn around your life when you kind of like find purpose in it. Because I think a lot of the times the reason, especially men, like fall into deep shit is because they don't have any purpose, anything to work after, any goal to go after, any mission to complete. And I feel like that's what military gave you, is like mission to complete, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it came from, dude, I've never smoked a cigar this fat before. A lot of it came from, like, my father. My dad's old, well, older than probably most of your dads. My dad is 64, 65 coming up this November.
My dad's age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have old fathers.
Yeah.
Taught us morals.
True.
Ryan fucking knows how to look someone in the eyes when they shake their hands.
Yeah.
That's like a big deal.
That was the biggest
It's like
thing.
it's those small things. It's those small things when you see, like, when you meet new people that you can like kind of tell stuff like that.
Yeah. Would your dad get on you about that? Like looking at you in the eyes?
Yeah, looking somebody in the
That
eyes.
was the
and
biggest
shaking
thing.
it.
Like he would scream at me. Not scream, but like.
Yeah, you're like, hey, you look somebody in the eyes.
Yeah. Like look at me in the eyes when I'm talking to you. I remember that. And back then, you used to think your dad was rude. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, you might think your parents are rude, but
You
I promise
thought my dad was rude, or
No, I
thought-
thought like my dad was rude. I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck? He'd like make me like want to fucking cry because I thought he was rude. But he just he set you up.
shit.
What? Dude,
Nah,
he
that's-
look me in the fucking eyes.
Yeah, dude,
I'm
it's
like,
teaching you to be a
Jesus.
fucking man, I guess. You know?
It is, dude. And
Everyone needs a father.
he also taught me to be truthful because I used to steal, dude.
Oh,
Like from him.
from him?
Yeah, it was
I always
bad.
got my brother. I don't know. My brother is an example for me, like what not to do. Like my dad.
My sister was that.
Yeah, my dad got screwed over by like, you know, not so much by my sister. My sister's great. She's fucking living her life. She's a nurse. But my brother, he's successful now, but you know, there's rough patches with him. I mean, you're a teenager. Like everyone has their issues, but some bigger than others.
Yeah, so we have pretty similar life paths in that experience.
Yeah, and my dad deserved a fucking payout, you know? He took me to hockey practices, football practices. He taught me like the definition of not quitting and like mental toughness. You know, if like you've never heard the term mental toughness before in your life, you're fucking living wrong.
I love your dad, bro. 'Cause
Seriously, I love
remember how he used to act towards you back then and now how he acts towards you now.
Yeah.
Or just his whole mood.
Yeah, my dad cried when I
Yeah.
graduated boot camp,
You can tell he's proud.
and nothing in my life has felt better. Like heroin addicts chase the dragon, dude. I'd like got my first little taste of like pride like throughout my fucking life. Like I played hockey, like score a goal, you win a game, blah blah blah. But like the first time he's like, I am proud of you, thank you, was senior night for football, and I have that photo. I kept that photo throughout all of boot camp. It's laminated, recruit laminated for Marines out there, and it's in my fucking, it's back in my barracks, my fucking room. Keep that shit, because that was like, he came into my room, he's like, thank you, because never had a kid do that for him. And from there I knew I just could not let that man down. I had to fucking push and push and push.
That's awesome, man. That's how I feel about like my family. You know, also a big thing. I remember when I was younger, little story about my sister.
I met your brother, dude.
Yeah. But my sister, Krista, she once told me when I was like 8, she said, you're going to have to be the man of the family. You're going to have to be the change, right? And for some reason, you know how you have moments that stick in your head that you vividly remember when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Like you don't remember 99%, but you remember that one thing. And then when she passed away, that changed my whole life. And so like that's kind of like a similar experience. Like those tragic events, or you know, your parents getting pissed off at you, or you know people thinking you're gonna fail.
Your life should have 9 major defining events in it.
What's that?
9 major defining events.
Yeah.
Just 9 major things you remember that make you who you are. You should have morals. Morals are a huge deal when it comes into like becoming someone. Then you taught me this. You know, like I always had hobbies. You know, but what is it? How many hobbies to become fucking? You used to talk about this all the time.
Yeah, I've kind of changed though.
Yeah, but you used to be into golfing, fucking
Yeah.
all a bunch of other stuff.
A lot of good hobbies.
Can I not swear on here?
No, fucking
All right,
swear.
all right. Dude, I don't know. It is in my
100 people are
vocabulary.
gonna watch this.
Probably.
I'm doing it for me. Anyways, I want to hear about what's been going on, though. Because, okay, all I've seen from him is jumping out of planes. Let's pop up a clip real quick of him jumping out of a plane.
I'll send it to
play
you.
That, yeah.
I don't think I can give it to you.
Oh. Okay, anyways.
But my first ever skydive was alone. Like, I jumped out of a plane, not by myself. I was with an instructor, jumped with me, obviously. There's a video of it. But, like, yeah, life pays out. You know, work pays out. I've gotten so many great opportunities, and I'm just going to continue to have great opportunities. Like, I'm thinking about re-enlisting. I have a 5-year contract. I'm probably going to do another 3.
Damn.
Get that re-enlistment bonus, fucking hang out in the Marine Corps a little longer. I like it. I love it. It's a great place to be, honestly. Brotherhood. Ryan's one of the few friends I have back home.
And I think
and it's because he's a person who's developing into it, his own person.
I think the biggest thing for friendships and relationships has to be you have to see eye to eye morally, and you also have to be growing the same amount.
Yeah.
So I feel like, think about any relationships you've fallen off of.
Or chasing the same things.
Yeah. Think about the relationships you've fallen off from. You've outgrown them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or you don't see eye to eye morally. That one really goes a lot for, like, dating relationships, seeing eye to eye morally, but, like, friendships, bro, you need to be growing at the same speed. Don't be afraid to, like, leave people behind, because you just got to grow. But I love that, like, we're growing together, because whenever he comes back, we still get along.
Yeah.
And he's not a douche to me, because he seems to be growing.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm scared he's going to outgrow me. He's going to be too cool. Too big.
Nah, one day. One day.
All right.
When I'm like a sergeant or something and I get too big for my britches, I'll come back. I'll be like, "What's up,
pussy,
little man?" I'll be wearing my boots around or something just so I'm taller than you. Height's a dynamic of our relationship. We used to be the same height, same size. I remember I was benching 135 and I lit a fire under this kid's ass.
Yeah. I mean, we got into lifting together.
And then Trevor fucking took the reins.
Well, Trevor started it. Kinda.
Nah, we went to the Y that one time.
Oh, yeah. But then I got...
On your own
Trevor,
thing.
Yeah.
With boxing.
Worked out, yeah. But you were part of it, dude. Because I was the smallest in the group. I couldn't let that happen.
Yeah, and then I
was
became
fucking tiny, bro.
I was the smallest. I came back from fucking... I came back for Christmas leave and I was small. My body was just fucked. I was doing too much dumb shit. Getting fucking... I don't know. In the Marine Corps, you don't have to cut weight. Like, he's on a fucking cut for a program. In the Marine Corps, you work and it just naturally happens.
Big for something.
I know you're not supposed to inhale it. I gotta stop.
I inhaled a little because that one doesn't hurt. Some cigars, like, they're too like
spicy.
Yeah, they're too spicy, and you can't inhale it. This one's a little sweet. I actually really like it. It's got good flavor. It's just too thick. I don't like how thick it is.
Should have been like 3 cigars.
Yeah.
It's a small one.
That shit will last a while. Just gonna keep it out here. Puff on it before a workout. Raise the test.
Good luck fucking slipping it. I don't know. I don't want to go too in depth in what I'm doing.
Yeah, gotta keep some stuff safer. I want the main thing of this kind of video to be how trying to improve yourself just as a man can save you from a lot of bullshit in your life. Because like we were both not in the best path, just being degenerates. And it was just pushing ourselves to do something and become something that changed everything.
All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not know how to smoke a cigar. Like, I've smoked cigars before, but like nothing this fat, and like this thing's sketching me out.
I'm feeling good off it. A little buzz.
Right.
You just puff it.
It's good after a workout.
I like to drag a couple times, then get a really good mouthful, and just hold it there. Let it soak into that saliva. There you go, man. Back to me. Hell yeah. Love my nicotine, man.
Yeah.
It's canoeing a little.
I remember someone told me, like, why would you buy something if you're like, all right, fucking like 10th grade, one of my good older friends that I'm not too close with, they just went to college, they're doing their own thing. He was just like, why would you buy something if it's just gonna start an addiction for you? And I remember, so I like didn't buy it. It was like a Juul or a Juno, whatever started the trend first. And then those little like disposables came out. Dude, who makes those flavors? Those flavors are obviously meant for like kids who are just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be fire. Like, what adult do you see hitting fucking strawberry Raz?
I've seen a couple,
nicotine, but
they're
like,
definitely child adults.
right? You know, like why would you spend money on an addiction?
Yeah, you gotta be peak physical performance.
Like this is fine.
Cigars are good for you, ladies and gentlemen.
And maybe a Zyn if you're trying to stay awake. If you work like a night shift or something, like me, I have an 11-hour drive coming up, so I bought some Zyns. They're cheap in New York, so actually probably not.
I want to hear about how the anger.
Out of my head.
You want to talk about that?
Sure.
Because I remember our trip to Florida, you used to just like so angry.
Yeah.
Just not be able to control yourself as well. And I was the same way. I couldn't control myself. Like I would lash out sometimes.
Yeah, it's called being a child.
Emotional intelligence, I think, was the biggest thing. From what he's went through and putting myself through the ringer in the gym.
Sometimes when you just get when you can't express yourself like completely in a verbal manner, then you kind of are failing yourself. You got to be able to express exactly what you're thinking, and don't always say exactly what you're thinking, but sometimes you just got to think to yourself, this is what's happening. Like, I'm not going to argue about this anymore. That's like one of my favorite things is I'm not going to be mad about this anymore. Like there's a problem with my car, and I end up having to get it fixed while I'm home, which is not ideal for me. And I was just like, I'm not going to be mad about this anymore. I'm just going to go do it. That's like a part of life. That's a huge part of life. Waking up in the morning, like someone texts you, hey, you got to be here at like 5 a.m. Like, all right, let's do it. That's what I signed up for. No one forced me to sign a dotted line. Like, it's just part of life, being an adult, doing stuff you don't want to do. That's a huge part of life. People nowadays just don't want to do shit that they're told to do. It's hard. Like, you see Starbucks baristas complaining about their jobs. You probably have one of the easiest jobs in the world. No hate, but like, put it in perspective. Like, you're not a child in a mine across the other side of the country.
Yeah, it's
not the country, the fucking world, but still. You know.
That's one thing about loving having you in my life is you remind me that it could be worse.
Politics, dude. I used to talk politics to this kid all the time, and he would be so it'd go in one ear and out the other. Not because he wasn't paying attention, it was just because he couldn't wrap his head around it. This kid's brain grew as much as his body did. I swear.
I used to be dumb?
No, it's not that you
I just didn't use it.
You just didn't think.
Yeah.
You just didn't like to think. And then the second, I don't know what kind of switch flipped in you somewhere. Mm-hmm. I think it was the fact that like exercise. I don't think you'd ever had something before that like you researched, and researching, it was just like, oh wow, I can read things, and your brain just kicked on and started hit. Because now I can talk to him about current events. I have no opinion as a military member. I'm here to do my job. I don't really care what happens. I'm just here to work and love my country. So I do. Yeah, that's a huge thing. Like, just people hate the country. You gotta love where you are. You gotta love all the privileges you have.
I get that. Whenever someone sees my American flag, they go, you have an American flag. I'm like, oh my God, bro.
You gotta understand that how much privilege and like you have to be where you are.
For real.
Me, like, every day I'm waking up and I'm just like, oh, like sure, it's easy to get caught up in a moment, be like, fuck this, fuck that. But at the end of the day, you gotta be super grateful for like what you have. Even the opportunity to live in the country, how it's that you were born, I don't know the statistic, but the chance that you were born here, you gotta be grateful for something.
It is crazy, bro. I'm trying to think of how we can put it into perception, how far we've grown.
Perspective.
Because I love it, man.
I like the fucking brain as much as your body.
Just going from the stuff we can't talk about to seeing this man jump out of planes and get jacked as fuck and run 12 miles weighted. It's inspirational, man. And it goes to show anyone can change their life around. As long as like you set your mind to a goal, you do physical exercise. Like the way I always say it is, or the way I like to think about it is your physical body comes first. And with your physical body comes your mental body, if you want to look at it like that. And then after mental comes like spiritual. Like you can't have a good physical mindset if you're not in, a good mental
Could
mindset.
hit a tirade on this. Could go, like I could just go ham on
About this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have a good mindset without a physical body.
Like depression and all that stuff. You have depression because you're not working out. You have depression because you're not doing. You're
not moving.
I'm gonna spit out garble that I've heard before in one ear and out the other. Well, but like, it's your body's way of telling you you're doing something wrong.
That's the way.
It's your mind's way of telling you that you can have chronic depression. I know.
We've all been down.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. COVID, like, come on. You're telling me you didn't sleep in an extra 5 hours?
But I've seen in you how before you went military, how you were, and after, you always just seem very happy now. And do you see that in me now? Like, I feel like, you know,
for sure,
physical shit changes you. Putting yourself through challenge changes you, bro. And if we look around at all of the people who didn't quite do what we did, they haven't changed much. Physical exercise is number one, dude. That's why the biggest message in my social media thing is get your ass in the fucking gym, dude. Get your ass in the gym. You're not depressed. You're not moving. That's what it is. For the people out there who don't know what to do with life or need guidance, what would you recommend?
Join the military. I don't know. It really depends where you are at in life. If you have parents that love you and want to send you to college, try college. College is kind of not being looked down upon, but it's
just not the best.
It's being mainstreamed more so in the sense that, like, it's not necessary. I know people that are successful that haven't gone to college. My brother makes more money than everyone else in my family, didn't go to college. Life is all about networking. You know, make connections, be friendly. Like, yeah, it's easy to be negative, it's easy to be mean. Everyone does it. It's just human nature. Like, everyone can be a jerk. I mean, I know one person that has never been negative. I'm not gonna say his name for the sake of everything, but like throughout course, that kid was
somebody in your...
Yeah, it made you hate him though. How positive he was. It's like that guy from Simpsons, the one that's just like so positive that you can't, it just shows you, it's like a mirror reflecting all your negative back at you because of how positive they are. They're like great person, stud. Sometimes you messed up, who doesn't, you know, good kid. Good guy. He's not a kid. He's 28 years old. So, got some knowledge on me.
Damn, dude. You got any more stories? Come on. I know you got some shit in the vault.
Yeah, nothing I can really talk about. Nothing I want to talk about.
You got any questions for me? What's RJ been up to?
I already asked, what was that switch that was flipped?
I gotta check this. Make sure everything's going right. Yep, we're still recording. All right, we got about 6 minutes before this clip cuts off. Life's good, man.
I'm glad to be home.
Yeah.
You know, good to see my father. I haven't seen my mom yet. She works. Both my parents were teachers. Find that very interesting on what I do now. But I've always had family in the military. Great-grandfather in World War I. Grandfather's uncle in World War II. My dad's 64, keep in mind, so they're up there. Vietnam War. We skipped the Korean War, and my uncle was a Marine during peacetime. And then skipped around 20 years, and here I am. I don't know if I want my kid to join the military. I think I do. I would love for him to be a second generation, right back to back with me, but I would like to give my kid the choice. You know, I don't want to funnel them down a path, because like I've met guys who have been funneled down the path, and like they're good guys, but I don't know. I feel like broadening someone's perspectives depends the state of the world, you know. Obviously, you know, the country needs it. The country needs it. at the end of the day.
Country's weak, man.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, it's not strong.
What's the second? Who has the second strongest navy in the world? We do. Who has the first strongest navy in the world?
We do.
We do. We're top 2. What does that tell you? We have the best. We have the best technology. Like, we're top tier. If the world goes anywhere, we're.
It's because he's in there. Let's be real.
You already know.
Man. I'm not that good at podcasting, I'll be honest.
How do you think I feel right now in front of this thing? I feel bad, awkward. Hitting this thing like an idiot.
Nah, dude. This shit's good, though. I haven't smoked a cigar in forever. I think it's good, though.
No, it is. It's really good. He cut my back.
Oh, yeah,
Which was really cool. Back feels so much better. I was sitting on an airplane today anyway. Probably needed it.
Yeah, I just want this podcast to find kids out there. Like we were. You know? Like this is something. You gotta answer?
Nah.
No.
I'm just.
This is something I wish, like, who we were in 2020, 3 years ago.
I don't. What would be the point?
That would see.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
No, maybe. I don't like being told what to do. If I was 16, I want to say, like, fuck those guys.
Yeah, but, like...
It's weird to think about that I'm, like, 20.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to be 20 soon.
It's weird.
It's kind of scary. But, yeah, dude, physical... challenge. So massively important to everything in life as a young adult. And the way I look at it is like before you're 25, like your prefrontal cortex, your ability to
don't do drugs.
make decisions,
Don't purposefully
is not fully developed. And if you put yourself through shit whether it's like artificial like I do, or you have to go through shit, yours is more, I don't know how to describe it. You gotta do it. Like me, I have to put through artificial shit. You go through that. It's physical challenge that you have to put yourself through.
No one works out like him, except my buddy. Shout out, Hensley.
Yeah, you work out hard?
Bodybuilder.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love my workout. But it's how you deal with that shit. Like I think back to 2 years ago when I used to work, like in a way I worked out so much harder because I had so much built up like pain and trauma and just like the back of my mind. And I took all of that to the gym and I dealt with it, and now I'm such like a better human being. I don't carry around that trash from my childhood with me. And I'm sure you feel the same way. You don't carry around that baggage.
I was there at darkest moment.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I went through a dark moment for a while. It was bad.
It's terrible. You don't get over stuff like that, you know?
No.
That's something you got to carry with you forever. And that's why I think Ryan's super strong. I don't know anyone that could have done what I've done in my life, really, besides like that I've met, like college kids. Like probably a handful that I'm really not thinking of, but it's not easy to grow as a person. It's not easy to wake up and do what you need to do. No. Write objectives down, right? Look at a whiteboard.
Yeah.
He has a whiteboard. I have a whiteboard. Whiteboards are insane.
Put yourself through that challenge.
I see that.
That shit's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep smoking it once it's done. Yeah, man, I think starting out young, putting yourself through those challenges.
And don't put yourself through purposeful challenges. Like you add drama to your life more than you'd like to contribute yourself with. A lot of stuff I did was self-imposed. You know, emotional problems or just like anger, hate.
Yeah.
Held a lot of hatred toward the world. I mean, you still have to have some cutting edge.
I think the biggest thing is you used to blame other people or the world for problems. All right, my clip stopped at 30 minutes. We're gonna end this off here soon. That shit's funny though. Basically, we said if that didn't get captured, stop blaming the world or other people for like problems and start blaming more of your own self. Like stop trying to change other people or the world, but just change yourself. You know, focus on what is in your control. What can you do? How can you become better? Stop blaming this person, that person, because it's not their fault that your life is shit or that you're not happy. It's not, you know, it's. Fuck, back to the cheating one. She cheats on you, you're just not that guy. Apparently to him, all girls are trash.
No.
I just think you're not that guy.
I'm not that guy. I'm simply not that guy. I mean,
We're on the way to become that guy.
seriously. And like, obviously, like one of my good friends, he's had a girl since he was 13. He got married at 19.
Holy shit.
You know, there are people out there that are perfect for you and that will support you no matter what and will deal with your mistakes. Just don't take advantage of them.
I like that, dude. That's been the biggest thing in my life. Finding somebody who's loyal.
Don't let someone take advantage of you either. That's a huge thing. Is people don't even know they're doing it, so you can't really be mad at everyone for it. But some people are very conscious of what they're doing to you.
That's very
or sometimes
true.
they take credit for stuff they did after the fact. And that's just stupid.
That's very true, bro. Those are straight facts, straight bars.
It's like me commenting on every post of his. I put you here. I put you here. Like he did all the work himself. All I did was stand back and watch.
You do say you start the fire in me, though.
Nah, I'm just
Kinda did.
Nah, I'm just saying I lit a fire under your ass in the sense that like me and Anthony both like opened your eyes to working out.
Yeah, because I was always mad. I wasn't mad, but I always felt weak. Because everyone else played sports. I never played sports in my whole life.
That's why you had them newbie gains like crazy.
Yeah, bro, I did. I really did. That was wild.
His legs are insane. I can't even squat on them. I carry weight for a living.
You know what I thought about my legs? You know how I used to be on the whole no-fap thing really hard? So it actually makes your legs stronger. You ever heard about that? So you know how fighters build their batch before they fight?
Their backs?
Their batch.
Batch.
So
Okay.
they don't have any whatever. 30 days before their fight usually. They're building their batch because it makes your legs stronger for some reason. Like fighters have said if they busted the night before or like the week before, their legs just ended up being a little bit weaker.
Like fighters blame their girlfriends or something. I've seen that.
Yeah, or they have a wet dream. Jake Paul.
Ooh.
He said he lost after the thing, he was like, yeah, I had a wet dream the night before and my legs were weak. Which is somewhat true. But like I got into no-fap when I first started working out for like 9 months, bro. Was just getting no girls at the time. But I was doing a lot of my squats.
That's okay. That's okay. The right one will find you when you're not looking. If you're looking for it, it won't find you. If you're not looking for it, it'll find you.
You know, I'm glad we made it through when I started talking to the girl you were talking to. We're not going to name any names. You remember that, though?
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm glad that never broke us up, bro.
Nah.
That was fucked,
I have
though.
many.
Let's be real.
I have many experiences in the Marine Corps. It's just like, I do the same thing.
And he did.
Like, I do
You
the
got me
same.
back.
I do the same thing, bro. It's all right. As long as if it's no, all right. It's a very different world nowadays. Some people say like, hey, if your friend's gonna hook up with your ex, then like that it's done. Like you're not your homies. But like for like nowadays, new generation kind of stuff, there's really no emotional tie with like I never had any like sort of physical relationship with that girl, but like I liked her, but not that it wasn't that deep. He wasn't really that knowledgeable on it.
Yeah.
But we also weren't that tight at the time.
I think
Like you weren't directly involved in my life as much. But
yeah. I think
it's not that big of a deal,
I think you gotta look at the way your boy does do it too.
right?
You know, is he trying to snake you for her,
Or
or did she just go to you?
right? And if she went to him, then she's trying to get back at you.
Then she tried to get back with you after. Dude,
Hey, bad.
girls are
It's-
slimy.
Nah, don't say that.
Yeah, they are.
The world is slimy.
True, everybody is slimy. Let's be real. It's hard to judge men because I'm a man. I don't want to judge men because I'm a man. We probably all have our issues. Psych. Perfect. No, we all got our issues.
Let's hit the track tomorrow, see how perfect you are.
But, dude, it's crazy how far we've both come from being skinny, being weak.
Being skinny, being weak.
Being degens, being not able to control your emotions, being unemotionally intelligent, being the goons of the class, falling downstairs, to being a fucking Marine, bro. It's fucking wild. To a fitness influencer, you know? What every kid wants to be nowadays. But it's still a goal that you're going after and trying to achieve and putting yourself through hell for.
Goals matter. I knew this kid was different when he had a list of goals.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you end up hitting that? You got off TikTok.
Well, I have big ones now. Like, I set them for a year, even though I know I'm going to hit them in 3, just to, like, make yourself want to do it more. Like, my goal right now, like, for just social media, 500K on TikTok, 50K on YouTube, 250 on Instagram. I set that at the beginning of the year. My TikTok's barely moved. My Instagram jumped to 50,000 and shit like that. But it's just, like, I have one friend who will...
I can't stop hitting those. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll have friends who, like, will set, like, decent-sized goals, but they're just not big enough. You know what I'm saying? If you want to set goals, they got to be big because it's going to just put more pressure on you. And the biggest thing I believe is when you have more pressure on you, your subconscious mind will work on that goal even when you're not thinking about it. Like when you have that burning desire to accomplish something, your brain is just like reconfiguring itself to figure that out. It's always working in the background.
Gotta find a reason. Gotta find a reason though. You gotta find a step ladder. You gotta find something that pushes you towards that goal.
Yeah, like
a big thing for me was my dad.
Yeah.
You know, I love my dad. Most important person in my life. Pushed me to be the man I am today. You know, he grew up in a very different time, and I think that was a big reason why like I had trouble interacting with people, because like I never understood a lot of the stuff people were doing. So like I kind of I didn't alienate myself, but like I was involved. I had friends, but
I feel that. I think that's why we connected.
Yeah, we're both
different.
Black sheep a little bit.
Yeah, I try to do it for my mom.
But you also do it yourself, so be cognizant of that.
Yeah, I do it more for my mom and sister.
For most people, sometimes but no matter what, let that be your drive.
Making them proud, baby.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching our awkward podcast. That was fun. If you watch till the end, drop a comment. If you do, I don't know what I'll do. I'll give you a kiss. Thank you for watching. Love y'all. I'll be back to uploading like regular videos soon. Like I've been on a cut and it's just been fucking with my mental shit, my mental capacity, where I just like cannot think. I just don't have the energy at all. But we're getting there. So yeah. Thank you, Jaden, for being a G, bro. He's such a G. And talking about this. Hope this inspired some of y'all.
Yeah, it was good.
To let you know that you can change, bro. I don't care where you were at. You can change, bro. Like, we used to be so deep down the hole. Have no goals, have no purpose, have nothing. And we can't even talk about the shit we did.
Hello?
But just know, like, yeah. Physical challenge is what you need. Goals. Just putting yourself through the shit you're scared to do. Taking that risk. Joining the military was a risk for him. Not going to college, not going to the military, not doing trades was a risk for me. But it's paying off because we're both living happy. We're following our purposes. We're making ourselves proud, our younger selves proud. And
No, I didn't. You weren't around.
it's kind of what I want the main message of this podcast to be. Anyways, thank you for watching. Love y'all. Deuces.